Hi everybody, Spencer Kuiper here with Teacher Technology. I'd like to share a really cool functionality that you may not be aware of with Google Translate. Google Translate is a fantastic tool. If you've used it in the past, it is great for translating words or phrases into a language you may need. But it also has some really cool advanced features that you may not be aware of. So what I want to do is I want to show you those now. So we're going to go ahead and navigate to Google Translate. So you can either type translate here and it will take you pretty quickly to Google Translate. There we go. And then, or we can go up here to the top and type directly the web address, which is going to be translate.google.com. After we navigate to Google Translate, this basic option screen is going to pop up. Whatever is on the left-hand side is going to be what your language is, whatever native language that you're trying to translate from. So for example, if I wanted to translate something from English, I'm going to go ahead and type in a word, hello. And then what Google Translate will do is quickly translate that word into whatever language I'm aiming to have translated. So for example, in Spanish, it's going to be hola. If I wanted the Arabic translation, then what's going to happen is it's going to translate into Arabic. I could also hear that translation if I wanted to by clicking the listen option. But I can then also select, if I click this little down arrow here, I can select other languages that I would like to have that word or phrase translated into. So if it's a phrase, then I would just very easily type in a phrase. What is your name? You'll notice there that it has a little guard, a little shield with a check mark on it. That means that it has been verified by somebody within the Google Translate community as being accurate. If I click Spanish, right there. If I wanted to put it into either Google Classroom or a Google document or even an email, I would then just click the copy translation option right there. Okay. And I would be able to copy it over directly into whatever Word document or email that I was working on. But that's just a little bit of the functionality in terms of Google Translate. You can actually take entire documents that you have, like for example, if you've created a parent newsletter or you're prepared to sort of send something out to all of your students via Google Classroom, Class Dojo message, whatever you're using to communicate with parents and families at this time, you can go ahead and upload that entire document to Google Translate, and what it will do is it will translate that entire document for you. And you'll notice there that it uses a very basic browser upload system that many of you are probably used to. So when you have that document in your hard drive or saved in your downloads folder, wherever it is, you can just take that document, upload it here directly to Google Translate, and have a fully translated version of that document ready to go for parents and for students. One more feature that I would think that a lot of teachers will find helpful, especially during this time of home learning, when we send parents and students to places on the web that may not have the accessibility built in to toggle between English or Spanish or Arabic, what have you. You can do that for your students automatically by web page, not by website. So not like a collection of web pages, just one single web page at a time. So if there was one place that you were sending students and you wanted to make sure that that was accessible to all of them, you could do that very easily. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go back to text, and instead of a word or phrase here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to, there we go ahead and grab a website real fast. There we go. I'm going to grab a link to a web page. For example, if I wanted to send my families, my parents, my students to the Caddo Home Learning website that we built out for them, and I wanted the main page to be translated for parents and students, what I would do is I would paste the link to that website here, and then you'll notice here that the same web page, the same URL is presented on the right-hand side, but it's a hyperlink. So when we click this hyperlink, then what you'll notice is that that entire web page will then be translated for parents and students. Now, what is unfortunate about this is that if they click one of these links, it won't necessarily take them to the page that corresponds to that link. So if you're sending parents or students to a website that takes a lot of steps to kind of find information, and information is on various web pages, That's going to be really difficult, and this tool is going to be kind of limited in that factor. But for example, if you wanted to make sure that all of your students, including your non-English speaking students, were able to access, for example, the login and tech info screen, what you would do is you would take the link to that page, paste it over into Google Translate, and then from there, what you'll do is take the link that is up at the top of this translated page and then send that out either in a Class Dojo message or on Google Classroom for parents and students to see. So I hope this was a helpful tutorial on Google Translate and you guys learned a couple of new features that maybe you weren't aware of before. And if you need anything from the Teacher Technology Department, please don't hesitate to ask. Thanks. Good luck.